Our director Daniel today expressed a desire earlier on that he felt that people were watching these clips and they were enjoying his YouTube rants about Big Brother, but that actually there was a missed opportunity here, that we could be talking about things of far greater meaning and significance about theatre, about bringing people in.
We're irritable today.
Yeah.
Passive aggressive.
So the theme of the day has been irritation, because that's what we're exploring in the show, isn't it, in the play?
Passive aggressive.
Yeah. So you're irritable today.
Yeah, very irritable today.
How are you today?
I was a bit irritable as well.
Why?
A little bit moody.
Are you?
You just sit in the world.
No, it's hard, and like you know, they get inside you, and you want to scream at them.
The characters?
Yeah, you want to scream at them. Stop behaving like a fucking 3-year-old child. Talk to each other. They're so fucking British. Everything's so oppressed.
Are you irritated today?
I'm not irritated. We've just done a very hard scene.
You met about 20 times.
About 20 times, yeah.
times.
So you just get into that world of being that person in the scene, which is a bit difficult to.
Just instantly shrug off.
Yeah.
Exactly.
But
so,
you get better at that as you go through the run, like, because you just learn to access it really quickly.
Yeah, and not only access it quickly, but then get rid of it just as quickly at the end.
Shed it off. Yeah.
I had you're shaking.
It's alright, my camera yesterday was very shaky.
Very shaky, I noticed.
Yeah.
I had a couple of sort of temper tantrums last week, but I'm sure it was the characters, just the mood. Do you know what I mean? Of the play just making me explode.
Yeah,
also because as part of playing real people who really lived and who both died in brutal, shocking circumstances, because the character I play becomes so depressed that he murders your character and then kills himself. So, in order to render these people with respect and with a degree of truth, you have to sit and think and do all these exercises where you think about your own experiences and get yourself to a place where you can honestly convey these sort of emotions. Do you know what I mean? This is not like I'm used to playing cartoon characters, really, in Little Britain.
And then how about meeting their friend for lunch we just had, and they tell you about their funeral, and you go, oh God.
Yeah, and you have to constantly remind yourself, no, these are not just characters, these are real people that really existed and had triumphs, but also had sort of tragedies, and you have to, the way to truly, pay respect to them and honour their memory is to do it properly. And doing it properly means looking inside yourself and making sure those emotions are real and true. And so the consequence of doing that is we all shout and scream at each other, or we all get depressed or pissed off. So the theme of today was irritation.
But tonight we're going to do some hands-on research at the pissoir in Islington.
No, you might.
No,
you might.
I'm seeing dinosaurs tonight. Walking with dinosaurs.
Are you? Where is it on at?
O2.
Oh yeah, okay, I've heard about that. What are you thinking of directing something similar? I'm not joking, because just Dan's a Renaissance man of the theatre, and he'll direct a play like this. He'll direct an opera, then he'll direct a mainstream musical, then he'll do all different things. You see, like the last thing he did was working with Rufus Wainwright on an opera, and there's all sorts of other things. And then as soon as this play opens, you're directing another play, aren't you?
Yeah, opera, Dupli Red's Castle. You got to keep switching it up. You get too comfortable in one thing. Boring, easy, boring. Yeah. It's like it's heaven now being back in the theatre with savage psychology. It's actually thrilling.
And how are you finding the change, Matt? Because it must be very difficult for you.
Yeah, it's really hard for me. Like, I feel very vulnerable and very open, and I've not been able to cut off from playing the role. So when I go home, I bring some of that depression and angst of the character, which is weird because as a
just not the pill popping. That's all.
Not the pill popping, no. But as a comedian, normally I would take the piss out of actors who go, oh, I became the character. You know what I mean? I go, yeah, what a lot of bollocks. Just shut up, you indulgent idiot.
Wow.
But actually, I am being indulgent, and actually. Yeah, I found it really hard, and also there's other things like just the volume of work we have to do. Just lots of lines to learn and lots of things to remember. And the play is brilliant. And one of the things is that the way the writer writes is he doesn't put things like punctuation on the page, and he doesn't put many stage directions on the page. That's not a weakness, that's a strength. But it means we have to make a lot of those decisions for ourselves, and we have to take something that he's written and make it work, and it could work in 50 different ways. So we just got to find the right way for us. So it has been a real challenge, hasn't it? But it's been great.
And do you remember talking to David when he did No Man's Land?
Yeah.
Did he go through a similar experience?
I don't know that he necessarily. I don't think there was as much. I think the characters are more abstract in No Man's Land. It's Pinter, and so I don't think. Hello.
I'd just like to shake your hand.
Thank you very much.
How are you?
I'm all right, thanks. How are you?
Good. Not too bad.
Nice to meet you.
You too, John.
Thank you. You're John. I'm Matt.
I know you are.
Daniel and Chris.
Hello.
Nice to meet you guys. How are you?
How you doing?
Enjoying yourself here
Very
in
nice.
central London?
Lovely sunny day. Yeah.
Brilliant. Well, I'll let you guys get on with it. Good
Nice
to meet you again.
Cheers.
Take care.
Take care.
Bye-bye.
Cheers. Bye.
How did he sneak through the gates? Where are the bodyguards?
I can't remember what I was saying.
Are you going to have bodyguards at the stage door like Orlando Bloom did?
Did he?
Yeah.
No.
To
I'll have
protect
bodyguards to
prisoners.
bring people in. No.
To drag them in by their...
Exactly.
We'll have
neck.
Big Brother cameras to select which men were interested in that night to come to the Battenberg suite.
Now the characters
Stage door Johnnies.
The characters that were in No Man's Land, I think, are more abstract. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't think that there's any suggestion that these are people who actually existed in, like Harold Pinter's work. It's a different type of theatre. So I'm not sure that when you're acting in something like that, you have to take on board the same sort of things that you have to take on board in this. You do have to take a load of other things on board, of course. I'm not saying one is easier or harder than the other, but just the thing to remember here is we are playing real people who really lived, only 30, 40 years ago, so people that knew them are still alive, and that essentially we're playing two lovers, and I play a man who descends into madness, murders you, and then I have to kill myself. So
don't give away the ending.
Oh, well, I've given it away now. It's like Passion of the Christ. Someone gave the ending of that away. You know, they said he gets crucified in the end. I didn't go.
It was ruined.
You didn't bother watching it.
So yeah, so it has been a real challenge, and will continue to be. And also, it's not something that we'll just we've got that now. We know what we're doing. I think every night is going to be a challenge. Every night we've got to find the way to make it kind of live in a fresh way rather than just be recreation. You know.
And what are we doing now?
We're going to go and we're going to run scenes 1, 2 and 3 from Act 1, which is about sort of 70% of Act 1. So yeah, what's that? It's going to be about 30, 40 minutes worth of stuff?
I think 40.
Yeah, interesting. We'll see you tomorrow.
Bye.
That was quite a long one, wasn't it? 8 minutes.